The market trades sideways again as it prepares for its next move. Is it going higher? This is Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, so in yesterday's video, we talked about the fact that the market was overlapping and grinding in a diagonal type structure, and we were looking for some resolution of that structure, and yesterday gave us really nothing as it traded basically sideways for most of the day. So now the question is, are we headed higher or lower? I'll get into that in just 1 second, but first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP 500 and the NASDAQ. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, before we jump into the charts, as always, we do take a look at our indicator. If you're not aware of what this is, we have a custom indicator that we built that makes trading very simple. It is a price action forward-looking indicator. It's not relying on past performance or past moving averages or whatever other things people rely on. This is a price action built indicator. It's very good. It's been killing the market. So let's jump in and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 5-minute SPY chart, and that's what we day trade on. This indicator is built for the SPY. It can be used on other products, but it is specifically built for the SPY. And yesterday and also Monday, just terrible sideways action where we didn't get a whole lot of movement. And then also yesterday we had markets that were not in sync. So one of the things the indicator does is it looks for moves that are in sync because those are more likely to follow through and create winning trades. So as we look here, we are in trading view. This area on the left here in blue and the area on the right, that is the after hours segments. We have that turned on so the indicator can calculate trades. However, we only trade the signals in the white area, and I personally only trade till 10 a.m. Pacific time, as after that the market gets pretty sideways and choppy on most days. So this is a trading view only indicator, and it really makes trading simple. When it says buy, you buy. When it says sell, you sell. And it's for day trading options. And as we come into the day here, we got a buy right on the first candle of the day, and then it stopped out. And really what happened here, this is a interesting type of day because you don't see these types of days very often. We only got 2 signals the whole day. You had a losing buy at the open, then you had this sell that did pretty well here. But what you had is the SPY traded basically straight down after the open. If we go over to the NASDAQ, after the open yesterday, it traded basically straight up. So here's the open back here. You had a buy signal on the NASDAQ as well, and that buy signal was great. And the market traded basically straight up. So you had markets going in different directions, and you don't see that very often. So we'll go back to the SPY here. That's why we didn't get any trade signals, because as the market's going down on the SPY, the NASDAQ's going up, and so markets are out of sync. And when markets are out of sync, you don't get follow through. So you didn't get downside follow through here. You didn't get upside follow through on the NASDAQ. You got chop all day and basically a sideways day. So you had downside to here. You came back up. They got in sync for a minute here and gave you a sell signal. This sell was really good. Erased your losing buy trade here. And then they kind of grinded it up the rest of the day. But this, again, is why we never got any kind of overall trade, because the markets were out of sync. And what you really want, and why this indicator is so great, is it's looking at several different markets. It's looking at the NQ, the ES, the SPX, the SPY, and it wants them all to be trading at the same time in the same direction, which happens quite often. That creates strong upward and downward movement and momentum. And it means that buyers and sellers are all on the same page, and that's why it's such a great indicator. It usually provides these signals off of heavy resistance. You can see this black line here is one of my resistance lines going across. And it came right up into that and gave you a sell signal right off of it. So it works off price action. It saw the rejection, gave you the sell signal, worked out really well here. And it's helping people finally be able to just make money day trading. We give you training videos. We give you rules on how to do this so that you can sit back, relax, wait for the signal, and make an easy trade. If you'd like to get this indicator, there is a link down in the description. If you click that link, it will take you right to this web page here. It's $59 a month, and here's what I do. I give a 30-day money-back guarantee because I am so proud of this indicator, and it's done so well. I know you're going to love it if you get it. You check out the indicator, you use it, you follow the rules. Use it for 30 days. Don't use it for 1 day and tell me it doesn't work. Nothing works like that. You need to use it for 30 days and see how it works. I promise you'll be very happy with it. And if you're not, no big deal. Shoot me an email. I'll send you your money back. We'll cancel out the indicator, and we'll both move on. No big deal. I'm stand behind my work, and I will give a 30-day money-back guarantee on it. We also give a 2-month discount for the yearly if you want to go that route as well. So that's how you get the indicator. I'm really excited about it. I want you to have it because it's helping traders make money. Now, let's jump into the charts and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 1 hour futures chart for the S&P 500. And as we talked about yesterday, this ugly overlapping structure to the upside is taking shape as a diagonal. We would have liked to have seen them kind of give us a down, up, down here, but they didn't do that. They're grinding up to the highs. And in that case, we're trying to decide, is this a leading diagonal that's trying to top out right here, and we're looking for a very deep wave 2, and then 3, 4, and 5 up to that 6,300 area we've been talking about? Or is it an ending diagonal where this is going to extend a little bit more, probably closer to 6,200 or so, then pull back in wave 4, and then up in 5 after that? That will be determined on what happens essentially where we're at now. They've poked above this high, and should they reject that and come down, we'll be looking at what kind of rejection we get and where they hold to determine exactly where we're at in this count. In these types of markets, this is where we kind of sit on hands. We don't trade everything I talk about on these videos. I think the comments are so funny when people are like, oh, see, it didn't do that. You lost tons of money. No, we only trade really good setups, and there are some days those setups don't work out. We don't win every trade. No one does. But the point is, this is a really, really ugly structure. So we sit on our hands and wait for a setup. Should we get a pullback that holds, then we can get a bounce, and then we can look to trade off of that. Now I have a lot of support here and here, and I can trade off of that level looking for that 62, 6,300 area with, 30, 40 points of downside with 300, 400 points of upside as my trade. So I'm getting 8, 10 to 1 on that trade. So we look for setups. We don't trade all this garbage. This is garbage right here. This is a whole garbage move up, and we're waiting for it to resolve itself. So nothing's really changed from yesterday's video. You're going to see the same concepts because they didn't go anywhere. The other possibility is that this is going to be a bigger ABC with like an expanded B wave here that pokes just a little bit high, and then we get like a flat. Come back down, test this low, and then go up. That is also a possibility we could look for here. And this is really why we're sitting on hands, because there's several possibilities on these ugly structures because they're not very clear. So right now we sit and wait. As soon as we get resolution, we will understand where our trade setup is and move on from there. Over on the NASDAQ, currently we have even an uglier structure on the NASDAQ, if that's possible. This is a lot of overlap in here, really ugly structure. But they have broken out. We talked about this being a wave 3 yesterday, targeting about 21.3 to 21.450. If they move directly through that, we're looking at it as an extension. Remember, we're looking for about 22.5 to 23,000 overall, so we could easily see this wave 3 extend up into the 22,000 area, pull back in 4 and then 5 higher from there. We're just kind of, again, waiting for resolution because this is just a really garbage structure to the upside. It's really ugly. And once we get a good trading setup for us and how we trade our Elliott Wave setups, that's when we'll look to enter the market. Right now, we sit on hands and wait for resolution, and then we get a good entry and setup for our short-term trading. So this is what we're looking at. Overall, you have the same basic concepts here. Can this be the whole move up? So off of this high, this is an A, B, C. Yes, that could still be true. Can this be a leading diagonal where it ends here and you get a deep pullback? Yes, that can be true. And can they extend this wave 3 directly higher towards 22,000 and make this a more extended ending diagonal? And the answer is, of course, yes, that is also true. So when we have several options, that's when we sit back and wait. If you have ever read Elliott Wave Principle and understand it, Elliott himself says there are times where no path appears to be clear, but if you sit back and wait, the market will reveal itself as it always does, and a path will be as clear as day. Paraphrasing, but essentially that's what he says. So that's what we're looking at. We're just waiting for this really ugly move up to kind of resolve, whether that be through a pullback or an extension. Either way, we understand where we're at that point, and then we can go from there. Guys, if you love the information that I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link. It'll take you right over to our webpage. Once you get there, check out our membership plans area. We have 2 incredible monthly plans that both come with a 7-day free trial. That's because I want you to get in there. I want you to make sure you love it. Become part of the trading team and understand what's going on in there before you ever spend a penny. You can cancel at any time. You literally have nothing to lose by checking it out. Now, you can get a yearly plan at a discount, but more importantly, we have our training material. If you want to understand these complex markets, we have our Elliott Wave for Beginners online course, as well as our advanced Elliott Wave course. I spent a lot of time going through these, making it bite-sized chunks so you can understand these advanced concepts, understand these really difficult markets, and finally have a way to trade effectively on these really tough patterns and overlapping structures. Understanding where support is and key levels is really important, and Elliott knew that. In the advanced course, we go through the things I've been talking about, such as your introductions, your fib levels, your diagonals, your double and triple threes, your flats, triangles, and of course at the bottom, we go through how to trade Elliott Wave. I've talked about this in the video earlier. It's a really important concept. So many people think that what I say on these videos is what I'm trading, and that's not the case. It's not that I don't believe in what I say. It's that there are certain setups that you trade, and everything else is getting to those setups. We look at the paths, we see where we're at, we get the setup, and then we trade it. That's how Elliott Wave works. You don't just trade every movement because it says it's going to happen or you think it's going to happen. You trade what's there and what's set up and what really is a quality trade. And this goes into that and shows you how to do all of that. Now, as you can see on the screen, our traders are really loving this. However, if this is brand new to you or you don't want to start with the advanced concepts, we have our Elliott Wave for Beginners online course. And this course is helping real traders make real money and finally understand the market in a way that makes sense. It can be so confusing when good news makes the market go down, bad news makes the market go up, and that's because Elliott knew that the news cycles meant nothing long ago. If it's in the news, it's already priced into the market. It doesn't matter. Nobody cares. Key levels matter. And what happens when those key levels hold and break is really important, and Elliott Wave tells you that. You know what's going to happen if a key level breaks, and you know what's going to happen if it holds. This is a huge advantage over the rest of the market. This course is 25 videos. We go through 3 parts: your introduction, where we introduce you to Elliott Wave Theory, mindset and emotion, the KISS method, and why this works. We go through your chart setup and tools. Every tool you need to use with Elliott Wave, how to use it and why. And the Elliott Wave for Beginners area, where we go through all of the waves, how they work, how to measure them, how to find these key levels, theory of alternation, corrective depth theory, the pivot, everything you need to know to make sense of an irrational market. Now, the really cool thing about both these courses is if you want to get them at a discount, we have our bundle pack, and you can get them both for $37 off. And that way you get the full start to finish in-depth Elliott Wave coverage. However, if you want to get them for free, simply check out one of our monthly rooms, as they are included in these prices. In our first room, the Invest with Jacob room, you get all of my real-time market updates, all of my buy and sell alerts, all of your Elliott Wave questions answered, a midday video where I go through all of our counts. I go through several different stocks, ETFs. I go through gold. I go through Bitcoin. I go through the Mag 7. I go through all of them, give you the key levels, tell you when to trade. We just went through a big win on NVIDIA from last week. Gold, we've just crushed on gold. Bitcoin, I gave guys a Bitcoin all the way back in last October for $30,000. It's now up to $100K, 3 times your investment in a year. All of these things we go through on that midday call, and that is more than worth the price of admission. We trade the SPY and the QQQ, and we swing in day trades. So we do trade quite often in my room. And on top of all of that, you still get the beginner's course and the advanced course included in this price. Now, if you're looking for futures trading, individual stocks, income trading, and advanced training, you need to check out PT's Throne Room, because in there, you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob course, as well as futures trading, individual stocks, income trading that's crushing the market. These last 2 days, income trading kills the market, and then his reduced risk binary method that gets you in at a cheap price. It gets you big multiples on your money, and it's how he structures that trade that's so unique. It's something you kind of have to see to understand. That's another reason we give you that 7-day free trial. He also started a challenge account where he put $4,000 into an account trading mini ES futures, showing you how to build a small account into a large retirement or savings account. Guys, we'd love to have you in these rooms so we can all make money together. All right, our key takeaways for today. We're still waiting for resolution of this move up. Can it top out here and turn down? Yes. We would look for it to hold support and then push higher towards 6,300. Can they extend directly? Yes. At that point, we'd look for about 6,200 and then pull back and then 6,300. And they could also be topping and break down. On the NASDAQ, same type of deal. We're looking for wave 3 to resolve. And should they break down, we're looking for wave 4 to hold. If it doesn't, and they break down below this 20,500 area, that would be a big warning to the bulls. We would look for them to try to hold this wave C support. And if that breaks, that is a major problem. However, we would be looking for about 22.5 to 23,000 overall on the top side, and then turn over from there. Guys, that is your market update for today. I will talk to you tomorrow.